He has been gone for 2 months, but the story is not finished. It might actually be just beginning. A well-known expert in Indian Nadi astrology, Li Jingwei, recently said a sentence that shocked the whole Chinese-speaking world. In the spring of 2026, fate will give justice back. Don't miss the next drop, subscribe and hit the bell. She was talking about you, Menglong. You heard it right. Right now, when the truth is still being pushed down and all the proof feels locked away by time, an astrologer is saying in public that next spring this case might reach a turning point. And not only a turning point for this case. It might also start a huge cleanup of the whole entertainment world. Even stranger, another Indian spiritual psychic, Nikki Dutta, said on a different show that 2026 will be a year of truth for the whole world, when hidden things will be opened up, like lifting the lid from a pot, and one truth after another will come out. These are two different people from two different traditions, but both of them point to the same year and almost the same time. Is this only a coincidence, or is it a different kind of warning? Things feel even more sensitive because, in astrology, people say the sky has entered a special Scorpio critical time. In this time, Mercury looks like it is moving backward. This is called Mercury retrograde, together with Mars. The Sun moves into Scorpio. The Moon and other planets are also in the same sign. Astrologers think this makes very strong energy about secrets, pressure, and payback. Emotions feel like they are burning. Power is shaking. All the truths that were held down are getting close to a breaking point. These signs do not only show up in politics or only in the entertainment world. They also show up in the talk around the Menglong case. The public discussion is getting hotter again, audio recordings are leaking, there are fights about phone location records, ordinary people are traveling north to look for answers, and platforms are blocking content. The more people try to cover it, the more it spreads. If 2026 really is the time when fate pushes back, then will Menglong be the first crack in the wall, or the starting point of the whole old system breaking down? Today, we are going to talk about the beginning of this 2026 truth storm. Spring 2026, justice for Menglong. There is a truth wrapped in fog, quietly locked behind a door of time, waiting for people to see it. Li Jingwei says that maybe in the spring of 2026, fate will give Menglong the justice he should have had. At that time, the entertainment world may also face a huge and never-before-seen cleanup. Li Jingwei thinks that recently a Scorpio-style revenge energy feels especially strong. The Menglong event is still burning. Dark parts of the entertainment world are being peeled away layer by layer. At the same time, things in politics are also quietly moving under the surface. But she says the real turning point will fall in the spring of 2026. That will be the key moment when fate pushes back. The truth will no longer be held down, but will be pushed again in front of the public. Justice that has been locked away for a long time will, when the time is ready, go back to the people who should receive it. The old order will no longer be solid. Secret stories that were buried in the past will be like curtains blown open by the wind, and they will show themselves in the light again. People who have been hiding in the shadows will have to face the past they tried to escape and the payback they have been avoiding. Li Jingwei explains that on November 10th, Mercury starts moving backward in Scorpio. Then, on November 13th at 7:15 in the morning, backward-moving Mercury and Mars line up in the sky. This tight, opposing energy, she says, pushes the world toward a breaking point in feelings and power. Scorpio, in astrology, is linked with secrets and strong desires. Mercury stands for thinking and talking. Mars stands for action. When Mercury and Mars meet in Scorpio, all the feelings that were held in get lit on fire. People's conversations become sharp and hard to solve. Arguments and fights are like sparks that can suddenly explode. The whole world goes into a state where nobody wants to back down. On November 17th, the Sun leaves weak Libra and enters strong Scorpio. The energy of leaders, people in power and political figures gets pushed toward an extreme. They can become more forceful, more quick to make decisions, and also more likely to make people angry. The Sun stands for power and will. When it falls into Scorpio's deep water, its light is no longer soft and warm. It becomes a strong, hot stare. It forces people to be honest and to face problems, and it makes all the hidden power and desire show up where people can see them. Around November 20th, the Sun, the Moon, Mars, and backward-moving Mercury are all in Scorpio at the same time. This is the most important energy turning point in November. This star picture is like a high-pressure cooker. Mars lights up passion and anger. Mercury going backward mixes up clear thinking and communication. The sun stands for fights over power. The moon brings big waves of feelings among ordinary people. When these four powers gather in Scorpio, it means the world is about to enter a state of waking up together and standing up together. This energy also connects with Saturn in Pisces and builds a deep feeling of pressure and karma, or past actions that now need to be faced. The fire of Mars makes people no longer stay silent. Truth becomes something that crowds shout for. Social movements, fights over speech, and hidden powers pushing back from under the surface may all rise up again and again around the world. On November 26, Venus leaves beautiful Libra and falls into deep Scorpio. When the Sun, Mars, and Venus are all in the same sign, love and desire become one of the heaviest lessons humans have to face. Power, money, desire, and destruction all come together as a very direct test of human nature. This, she says, will be the strongest love and hate energy field of the whole year. Venus in Scorpio is not soft and romantic. Instead, it is a pull between temptation and truth. Things like trading love for money, money scandals, tangled relationships of power, and revenge that leads to killing may all come to the surface at this time. Hidden rules in the world of stars and in business and politics will be pulled out and shown. More and more famous people will see their public image break down, and some may even disappear from the screen. Li Jingwei's predictions are not just made up from nothing. She is known for being the first person to combine Indian Vedic astrology, Chinese Ziwei Do Shu, and Western tarot cards into one system. She uses this cross-culture and cross-system way to study fate. She is also seen as an expert in Indian Nadi astrology, and many people watch what she says. Nadi astrology comes from ancient India. It is a very mysterious tradition. People say that long ago, holy wise people used their powers to see human lives and wrote each person's life path on palm leaves. These palm leaves became a huge library of fate that lasts for thousands of years. They say that when the time, place, and personal conditions are all ready, the leaf of fate that belongs to a certain person will be guided into the hands of a certain astrologer. That leaf can then show the person's past lives, this life, and the path for many years into the future. This study mixes astrology, prediction, and the idea that some things are already set. Many people see it as one of India's most mysterious kinds of wisdom. In ancient China, people also cared a lot about stars and the sky. They believed that the world holds everything and that heaven and humans are closely connected. By watching how the stars move and change, they tried to understand nature and changes in human life, and they used star signs to guess how things might go in the future. Indian Psychic, 2026, the Year of Truth. Now let's look at the prediction of another Indian psychic, Nikki Dutta. She says that 2026 may be a year of truth and a year of light. On a show about spiritual growth, Dutta said that in 2026 and 2027, many big truths will be opened. Things that were hidden on purpose in the past will be lit up and can no longer be hidden. Many secrets will come out. She says that for a long time, some people have seen parts of the truth but chose not to look at it. They thought we should not see these things. But now she believes the truth is about to be shown, because people are waking up. We now have the right to see the truth. The energy of the future will push people to see the truth about themselves and about the world. If we compare Dutta's prediction to Li Jingwei's star reading, they seem to match in a surprising way. Some small signs in recent news also point in this direction. Secrets that have been hidden for many years in politics and in show business are like water that can no longer be locked in. They are starting to leak out. Famous people and powerful people are being pushed under the spotlight and forced to face a level of public checking they have never faced before. If big, serious scandals that touch many people and many levels really show up in the future, the shaking they cause may not stop at online talk. It could be like an earthquake that shakes the whole system. There is an old saying, punishment does not fail to come, it only has not yet reached its time. If heaven really wants humans to settle accounts for what they have done, no one can stand outside of it. What we should face, we cannot hide from forever. In this big trend of the stars, the Menglong case may only be the first crack. We hope that in next year's spring, the truth of the case can stand in the sunlight, and the justice that has been locked away for so long can truly be given back to Menglong. 2026 to 2032, a big cleaning of world consciousness. Dutta also says that from 2026 to 2032, the next 7 years will be an important turning time for human group consciousness. All humans together need to go through a big cleaning of the mind and heart. During this time, she says, the world will feel heavy, and life for people will be quite hard. But this is not the end of the world, and it is not meant to make people panic. Instead, humans need to be woken up. For the higher good of all humans, the world must go through a big shake-up, so that people who are still sleeping can truly wake up and change. Shaking is needed, and fear will also come, but these are all tests. Humans are about to start a new chapter of change and growth. As we slowly move toward 2032, humans will walk into a whole new time. We will start to see real improvement and many good things. Many people will one day suddenly notice that they are no longer the person they used to be. Because of cause and effect, or karma, our main job now, she says, is to clear the karma in real life. Every country has its own karma. Every person has their own karma. So everyone, countries and people, will face some problems. All the chaos and fighting we see right now is only the beginning of the story. On the show, the host asked Dada, when you say things will become complicated, what does that really mean? Does it mean war? Money problems? Food shortages? Feelings of not being safe? Politics? Religion? Or all of these together? What does complicated mean? Dada answered that basically it means all of these. It is not only that everything is broken, but that every small thing we see is touched by this problem, the places where we live, the ways we believe in things, our belief systems, and how we lived before. She says religion has tied up many things, and we have turned religion into politics, so there are many problems like that. Because of the wars that are happening, people have a lot of hate for each other again, and this lowers our energy. She says we really do not need this. We must understand that all of this comes from a bigger picture. We must learn to look at ourselves, change ourselves, open our hearts and build connections with others. That, she says, is the real meaning of all of this. She also reminds everyone, do not be afraid. Fear is only a way of thinking. We need to look higher and farther. We are taking part in something bigger than ourselves. There is a bigger plan behind it, and this plan will finally bring a new time of light in 2032. Every person and every country will be pushed onto a new path of fate, and we will not be able to go back to the old order. Dada is a born and certified psychic. She has used her remote viewing ability to help the FBI and British police with unsolved cases. She has had special powers since she was young. She can see energy, feel spirits, travel in her dreams to places around the world and even make things appear. The Indian child prodigy, 2026, a big turning point for civilization. The Indian child prodigy Anand is even more famous than Dada. In an interview, he also said that 2026 will be a big turning point for human civilization. It seems that next year is sure to be unusual. Anand says that because of a huge shake in world energy, Saturn and Rahu line up in the sky. In his view, this means the old age is breaking down and a new age is being born. He says 2026 is the last chapter of the age of decline and the opening music of a golden new age. He believes humans will meet troubles and disasters, but these will also be chances for people to wake up spiritually. People must return to nature, heal their hearts and get ready to welcome a time when the lamps of the Ganges River light up a new age. In Anand's prediction, because the sun becomes very active, there may be floods, droughts, hail, earthquakes and volcanoes breaking out at the same time. He gives a special warning that the ring of fire around the Pacific Ocean may have a huge earthquake. He also says there may be blood-red signs in the sky, showing that the Earth's energy is out of balance. Anand warns that these things are the anger of Mother Earth, caused by human greed. When he talks about world politics, he says fights between countries will continue. Relations between the United States and China will get worse. Fights in the South China Sea will grow. Western order will get weaker, while the East may become the center of a new spiritual rise. He says money and financial markets will shake a lot, and people must watch out for shortages of goods and even the risk of not having enough food. Anand also warns about the risk of AI turning against humans. He says that if artificial intelligence becomes empty inside in a spiritual way, and if humans rely on it too much, these smart systems might push back and become the biggest challenge of the new age. Anand uses Vedic astrology to guess world events. He became famous after he correctly warned about the COVID-19 pandemic. Many of his other predictions also seem to come true. But we still want to remind all viewers, all these predictions are only for reference. They are not fixed facts about what must happen in real life. Heaven has its own plan. What we can do is respect heaven, follow the big trend, work on our hearts and do good. We should try to become better people. How the future changes is still held in our own choices. Let us walk together toward the coming of this new age.